Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Big Ups album, 18 Hours of Static. New York band Big Ups, this is their debut, full-length album, which they have built up to with, from what I understand, a split, a 7-inch, and it's a record that I love the more I listen to it. There's a lot of noisy punk rock on this record, a bit of old school lo-fi indie rock as well. And with these influences, the band essentially delivers a series of songs that have some really strong, in-your-face, very opinionated lyrical content, reflections on the world at large, the fast pace of life, really spitting some big fat loogies into some societal norms. It's angry, it's rebellious, and it's looking for the first person that's going to give it some crap, because right away it's going to say, hey, I'm not going to take this crap. The band might seem like they're kind of looking for a fight, but at least they choose their battles wisely. The song Wool being about what seems like self-trickery. The lyrics sing about pulling the wool over one's own eyes on this slow burner of a track that features some guitar leads and some vocal deliveries that sound pretty akin to something from like a Slint record. I love the very toned down, subdued verses on this track and how they're matched with a really passionate vocal delivery on the chorus and the explosive finish on this song too. I think I pulled the wall. We should switch this. Tonight, switch the thing. We gotta get the Drive Like Jehu in here, man. For this one. The lyrics on this track and others here are very simple. They're straightforward. The rhyme schemes can be pretty basic as well. However, the sentiments for the most part do feel powerful. I know there's a better way, but I just can't say what'll make it okay. If I could have just one wish, I would wish for this. I would wish for justice. Or maybe my favorite lyric on the entire album. People say it's always getting better all the time, but it's bad. Still bad! I love the song Disposer, with these very subdued guitars in the background, goes through this take out the trash mantra, disposable camera, disposable razor, disposable income, disposable life. Everything we throw away. The song is essentially really quick to point out how many things we buy into, knowing that we're just going to be tossing them in the trash months, days, weeks, maybe years down the road. And the drum groove in the background of this track is a little funky too, kind of in a Fugazi sort of way. The song Atheist Self-Help is another track on here that, while the guitars, the drums are good, they're punky, they're noisy, we get some lyrics that are satirical, hilarious in a way where the singer of the band is saying that, you know, I don't need religious doctrine to tell me what a jerk I am. I sort of do that pretty well on my own. The song Goes Black has all these speedy guitar riffs and drums matched with these lyrics that are just going a million miles an hour, talking about the fast pace of life and how life is just going by so fast that this person is not really living in the moment or enjoying the little things in life. Then there is the song TMI, which essentially sings about being a self-medicating, emotionless, numb to the world robot. My operating system runs on complacency. I think it's fine. It doesn't really bother me. Do you feel anything? Every track on here pretty much delivers a very plain as day message, and occasionally there are songs on here that sort of segue into one another really well, really kind of feel like one track or just complement one another, where one track sort of carries the momentum of the one that came before it. Like the song Little Kid, which switches right out of TMI with these insane, spiraling, just dizzying, noisy as hell guitar riffs, where against them the singer of the band is saying, "Stop it right now!" Almost as if he's pleading with the instrumentation itself as he is singing. And the sound of the record, the sound of the instrumentation on this thing is just so great. It's just so top-notch for this kind of songwriting. I mean, the guitars are so brittle. The drums just kind of get lost in the mess a little bit. The bass guitar is really guttural. It feels like every pick being stroked onto the strings is just like killing the guitar. And in a way that kind of reminds me of Minor Threat, the band toes this line between being very fast, precise, and sort of having just enough looseness and enough chaos to just make it feel like the group is just on the verge of total destruction. There's just a rough around the edges quality to this LP that I really like. Plus, for a record this noisy, the vocals are very readable, which again is great because messages do play a pretty strong role on a majority of the tracks here. There's nothing too esoteric about the lyrics on this LP. And while I think many of the tracks here really are in your face with what they're trying to say, there is an element of cleverness and satire that keeps these songs from feeling too preachy or like they're trying to jump down your throat or look down at you or anything like that. The downsides for me on this record is that there are a few songs on here that are a little short of breath and don't really leave an impact on me because of that, or feature such a simple lyrical approach that I'm left groaning a little bit, like the opener body parts or some of the verses on the track Wool. Other than that, I think this is a fantastic, short little noise punk record that has a lot to say and will definitely go down as one of my favorite rock records of the year. I am feeling a strong 8 on this thing. Transition. If you've given this record a listen, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? And that's about it. Anthony Fantano, music review forever.